Hi everyone, I'm LaTonya. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to another video where I remind you to read a book by talking about books. Today's video is going to be the mid-year book freakout tag. I think it's been almost a year since I started this channel. You're probably so tired of seeing these videos because I think everyone has uploaded their video already. So I'm going to be like the last person to do it. I'll have the videos to the original tag down below so you guys can watch that. You should know that I've only read 12 books so far and there's 13 questions. I don't think that should be that bad because I think some of the questions are about anticipated reads, so that shouldn't be a problem. So here we go. Starting off, number 1, best book you've read so far in 2019. Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda by Becky Albertalli. I love that book, and I have a vlog on my channel where I'm talking about my thoughts throughout the process of reading the book. And yeah, definitely at the end of the vlog, I said it's like a new favorite. I love this book because, you know, it's LGBT novel, and I just really love the romance, the first love. I love Simon. I love reading books about gay characters who are perfectly fine with being gay, you know. Like, because people need to see more of that. Like, I know everyone doesn't have the most ideal situation for coming out, but I really liked his story. So out of all the books I read so far this year, that is the only book that I've said that about. So it's the best one so far. Number 2 is best sequel you've read in 2019 so far. And I've only read 2 sequels. And the one I liked the most is Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. I haven't been talking to you guys about the fact that I'm reading Harry Potter because I started reading them in September and I was supposed to do like a whole first time experience of reading Harry Potter, and I'm taking forever to do it, but I will have that for you guys eventually. So this is the cover that I have. So pretty. I love the blue, and I finished it and I definitely loved it. You know, this is the, well, I don't want to say anything more about it because I'm going to have a real video later. It was either Goblet of Fire or Reaper at the Gates, and I just showed you guys that I read it in my last video, which was a reading vlog, and yeah, out of the 2, definitely Goblet of Fire. Number 3, new release you haven't read yet but want to. Queenie. I just had this book, but I had to return it back to the library because I had it for too long and I wasn't reading it, so that's one I definitely want to go back to eventually. Even though I've heard mixed reviews about it, I definitely want to read it soon. Number 4 is my most anticipated read for the second half of the year, a new release. And that would have to be The Forgotten Girl by India Hill. What is it about? Oh, it's about a little girl who died and she was buried in a segregated cemetery. And these 2 kids, like, I don't know, I think they stumbled across her grave or something, and like I don't know. But it's supposed to be, it's middle grade. And this is India's debut novel. I think it's supposed to be a little scary, but not that terrifying, you know? So I'm just looking forward to that because I love her channel. Number 5 is my biggest disappointment, and that is easy to pick because I would definitely have to say my disappointment was for Queen Bee. I love Beyonce, but that book about her, like, it took me too long to read it. I expected to be raving over it because I love Beyonce, and other people do too. So I don't know why the book just didn't hit home. I expected the book to be a lot more exciting, but it took me longer to read it than I wanted it to. I got bored at times. A lot of the essays are very PhD-esque, and I felt like it didn't need to go that in detail. But yeah, there were some great essays in there, just like overall, like what I expected, it wasn't that. Biggest surprise of the year so far was Stalking Jack the Ripper, because I heard people talk about it and I'm like, I'm not reading something like that. I don't want to read that book at all, but I honestly really enjoyed it. I read that for Zodiac-a-thon, and I would have never read it if it wasn't for the buddy read, because I've seen the book before and I always said that's not my type of book, you know, but if you read it, if you ever like get the chance to pick it up, I definitely enjoyed it. Just be into thrillers and mysteries, and you know, if you're familiar with Jack the Ripper, it's a nice little twist on the story. It's just a book about a girl who she's working with a medical examiner, her uncle, and he is like the person who does the autopsies on all of the women who were killed by Jack the Ripper. And then actually, like, this might be a spoiler, but I don't think it really is. In the book, you actually get to find out who is Jack the Ripper. Just who is Jack the Ripper, that's the mystery right there. Number 7, favorite new author. I was gonna say Becky Albertalli, but honestly, like, I loved Simon versus the Homo sapiens agenda. It's just, she has other books and I'm just not like interested to read them. So I would say Christina Lauren, because I just read Autobiography by her and I definitely want to read her other books. So she's new to me. I like her. Number 8, newest fictional crush. Oh, Thomas from Stalking Jack the Ripper. I love the love interest. You know, all these books, these YA books, they have to have a love interest. And in that book, I really liked this guy because the main character is a girl, and you know, she's very intelligent and she wants more for herself. And it's the 1800s, and she's trying to be a medical examiner, but you know, people are doubting her. She's not supposed to practice, she can't be an intern, but he's there, and he's there supporting her, and he believes in her, and I liked that, you know. Number 9, newest favorite fictional character. I'm gonna go with Dumbledore because I did read The Goblet of Fire this year. I think I watched the movie as well. Yeah, I watched the movie. I've been seeing the movie like a long time ago, but I just rewatched it after reading the book. And I love Dumbledore in the books, but in the movie, I think this is a movie where they changed Dumbledore, I think, or the book before this. And I just love how calm Dumbledore is. Harry, did you put your name in the Goblet of Fire? Instead of in the movie, Harry, did you put your name in the Goblet of Fire? It's a lot. So I would definitely say, for respect of Dumbledore, he's my favorite character so far this year. Number 10, a book that made you cry. It's so crazy because sometimes I think that I'm not a crier, but some books really do get me. Sadie, I definitely did cry when I finished that book. It's very emotional, you know. A girl, she ran away from home after her sister was murdered, and she goes looking for the person who killed her sister, and it's a very heavy book. It's hard not to cry. Number 11, book that made you happy. God, I was gonna say On the Come Up, but I just read Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe. That was a reread. And that book makes me so happy too. So I'm gonna say Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe. But if you watch my On the Come Up reading vlog, that book made me very happy as well. It's a tie. I love both of them. Number 12, the most beautiful book you've bought or received this year. I haven't bought any books this year at all. I've mostly been going to the library like non-stop. So for this one, I'm going to say With the Fire on High by Elizabeth Acevedo. This book is so pretty. I'm sure people have already talked about the cover so much already and you've seen, but these like fruits and the girl on the cover, she's gorgeous. I can't show you the hardback because the hardcover is very cute as well. Like, look at that. It's so shiny and gorgeous. I'm not sure if the cover meant like the story's beautiful or the cover's beautiful, but I'm sure the story is just as beautiful as the cover. Okay, last question just to wrap it all up is number 13. What books do you need to read by the end of the year? For me, it's going to be like the whole Harry Potter series. I have to finish it. This is Order of the Phoenix. And I have the whole box set right here. I got this box set off Amazon. And all the books can't even fit back in there anymore. So I usually just keep one out anyway. But I can't wait to finish Harry Potter. I need to finish it this year. No exceptions. I have some self-help books that I definitely want to finish. She's Still There by Crystal Evans Hurst and A Mind for Numbers. I've been talking about these books. I mean, I've had these books for so long. Like, this one like for a year, and this one going on 2 years, 2.5 years. Like, what's the point of buying self-improvement books if you're not going to read them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Becoming by Michelle Obama. Like, I was so excited for this, but it's taken me forever. I'm on page 40. I'm disappointed. Lastly, We Cast a Shadow. I just got this from the library. I think this just released this year. Yeah, it just came out this year. It's supposed to be like a really interesting story. I think it's sci-fi. It's a book based on race. And this book is about a father. Not sure if the father is black or white, but probably white. This is written by a black author. The father has a biracial son. And the son has some type of spot on him, a birthmark of some sort. And the birthmark is getting bigger and bigger. Like it's like expanding over his body. And probably like vitiligo. It's like reverse vitiligo. And there's this doctor. Okay, I'm ahead of myself. First of all, this is a world where like being black is bad. And everyone wants that white European look. So there's this doctor that created this medical procedure. This is in the future. That's why I said it's a sci-fi. There's this doctor that created this procedure where like he can make he can make you white. He can make you appear very white, slim your nose, lighten your skin. And the father knows about it, so he's seeing his son changing. His son is biracial and I guess can pass for white, but he's starting to look more black with black features. So the father is considering taking his child to this doctor to make him appear more white so that, you know, he doesn't have to go through all the things that black people go through in the book and like in real life. I'm looking forward to reading this. I want to read this as well. I started it, but I'm only on page 11. It's definitely books that I want to read before the end of the year. Thank you guys for watching. Woo. Woo. I have reached 12 books. My initial goal for the year is 24. I definitely expect to surpass it since I'm checking out so many freaking books from the library, you know? That's it for now. Like, I want you guys to comment down below your favorite book of the year so far. And that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video, which will probably be my Reading Rush TBR.